wait, hold on. I'm not coming at you yet. And then people look at you. And they're like, wow, you look tired.
If I wanted to do that, I'd be doing it.
Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian, and this is the
Alyssa and
Julian Podcast. Welcome back. Your boy is here, and I'm about to kill it with another episode with my sidekick.
Why do I have to be the sidekick?
Because I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman. Get out of here. Robin over here.
Anyway, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole because we both know I'm Batman. But what is your intentions for the week, ma'am?
Well, the other day, I had decided to do some work. And I was like, wow, I need to update my planners and stuff. Yeah. You want to know the last time I wrote in my planners was?
How long ago?
The end of May.
And it is July.
We are in July. Literally the end of July. So I had to update so much. So it struck me and I was like, wow.
Like a bolt of lightning.
Like 100 bolts of lightning. I was like, I need to get my stuff together. And I feel like I need to get back on track with going in there. I need to literally do it every night or pick, maybe even if it's one day a week, just sit and update my stuff, update my life. That way I'm not updating 3 months worth of my life. So that I'm going to figure out.
That sounds like a plan.
Some way, shape, or form.
Sounds like a good one. For me, man, I didn't do this at all last week. So I want to try and actually edit some YouTube shorts.
Really?
I didn't do it at all last week. I said I was going to try to. I'm not going to lie. I don't even think I tried to. I just didn't do it. So this week, I'm going to try to edit some YouTube shorts. And I don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you guys. It's not out of a fact I can't do it. I know I could do it. It's just literally I have no interest in sitting down on my laptop and editing a short.
I feel like that's actually surprising for you.
I have no interest in shorts. I don't know what it is.
And you wanted to do shorts really bad at first.
Well, not that I wanted to. They're really good for
one a day. Almost.
They're really good for your channel. One a day is really good. But they don't do it for me. Editing a short just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's the style. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. But the video I put out, on the day we were recording this, I uploaded a video. That video did it for me.
That video was really good.
I was so proud of that. Everything I did, it made me feel really good. Editing shorts just doesn't do it for me.
You definitely had stuff in that video, editing wise, that you I've never seen before in your videos, effects. It looked so good.
Well, you know what it is, because I went back and I've went through my editing process and literally broke it into strips. Really? Literally I did one thing at a time. I literally had one day where I just put everything on the timeline, didn't look at it again.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard of people doing that.
And then I had another day where I chopped everything up. Yeah. Didn't look at it after that. Then another day where I did a bunch of video effects. Didn't look at it for another day. Mm-hmm. Then I finally ended it with audio and putting in my music.
And then I feel like people do that last run through where you just watch everything you did, because then you could see if there's little things.
And then that's what happened. So after I did the music, then I was like, all right, it's pretty much good to upload. Let me just go through. And then I go through it again. I'm like, you know what? This could be better. This could be better. Yeah. This could be better. And I just found little things here and there that I improved on. I think that's my best 30-second intro to a video I've ever made in that video. Just because of the sound effects, the level that I put it to.
The lighting was really good.
And then the lighting was good on the filming. So that always makes it easier. But I just want to do a lot more of that. Shorts it's hard because you could do that for shorts, but coming up with ideas for 15 seconds too takes a lot. And I don't think I have that.
You should turn some of the video you're about to put out into a short and get people ready for it. Because you could have taken some good points in that and put it in like a little clip, and then people would be like, "Oh,
yeah, I could. I guess I
think that'd be cool."
It's all things that like I could do, but again, I just don't have the interest in it, and I don't know if I'm just like stuck to the old idea of what content is, and I'm just like, ah. Anyway. So I could talk about this all day. Shorts versus regular videos. I have
your
my
intention
theories,
is to make some shorts.
My intention is to make some shorts. I'm going to try to make some shorts this week. Literally tomorrow, I'm going to put out a short on the day I'm recording this.
Mark his words.
Yeah, I'm going to do something.
Well, you can't really, because by the time you see this or hear this, he already did it. Hopefully.
Or didn't. But we're going to say I'm going to do it.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
So before we get into today's video, streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Apple Music, all the other ones I forget to say because I only mention those 3 every episode.
Google, because I'm always advocating for Google.
We are there. You will find us.
Just
search us. YouTube, Alyssa and Julian Podcast. If you are listening,
we're at 40 listeners on streaming platforms.
If you're on YouTube, Spotify.
If you're on YouTube, do us a favor. Just head over and like literally just act like you're
you
a listener.
can mute me. I don't even care.
Yeah, right. Just
you don't have to listen to me. Just let it play.
Right. Just let it play. Go over to Spotify. Let it play. Apple Music. Literally, if you're driving,
Podcasts,
bro. Like I promise you, if you're driving, you could literally tune me out and just enjoy your ride, bro.
Put me like on mute on your phone and like watch something better like on your computer or on your TV. Like.
or vice versa, honestly, because a lot of people do it vice versa. So anyway. Just ideas.
We're just putting them out there. But anyways.
So I want to mention something. Okay. Just a little promo. I don't know if you guys follow me on YouTube, but I finally made it set in stone today that I'm doing a giveaway if I hit 1K before the end of summer.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to give away $100. Now that's a lot for me. So make sure you head over to my channel and subscribe. Literally, I think the cutoff for that is like what, September 21st?
Well, we looked at the calendar and September 21st is technically the last day of summer because September 22nd is the first day of autumn.
So then, yeah. So
however you want
September 21st, I have to have this literally in 2 months, which I think is plenty of time.
Literally, that's a month from today. Today's July 21st.
No, next month is August. So 2 months.
Well, yeah, but it's a month from today.
2 months from today.
No, 1 month from today.
You're confusing. Alyssa, it's 2 months.
It's July.
July.
Yes.
August.
Yes.
Then September.
Oh, I was thinking August. Okay, so 2 months from today. But from today, from the day we're recording this, ignore everything I just said. We're going to pretend I'm not dumb for 5 seconds, okay?
I'm going to drink my soda.
I probably should have slipped some alcohol in there.
No, because then I would have been like, yeah, 1 month. 2 months, guys.
2 months from today.
So yeah, I think that's fire. I think that's going to be fun. I really just want to, I had a successful channel that was doing really well. And I just want to get back there again. Mm-hmm. That's my goal.
Fair enough.
And I want to do even better with this one than I did on that one.
I think you will.
I know I will, actually, because I'm...
It's different content, so
not just different content.
Put out so much more of what you want to do and what you want to make.
This is a whole other podcast episode in itself, but I'm different. Like mindset-wise, skill-wise, I'm just different.
Fair.
And I could go all day about that. Anyway.
All right, so today's episode.
You lead it off, boss.
Pet peeves. Should I lead it off? Because I'm going to lead it off probably with something about you.
So here's the thing. I mean, you probably will, but here's the thing. I feel like there's levels of pet peeves too. Like there's certain pet peeves I would have with you, certain pet peeves I have with strangers, certain pet peeves I have with my son, certain pet peeves I have with people involved in my son.
Fair. I could agree.
There's YouTube pet peeves I have. Like there's a ton of YouTube pet peeves I have.
Okay, well, I didn't know we were going in categories.
Y'all think I just like to be a YouTuber all the time. Like I do like to be a YouTuber, don't get me wrong. But some of y'all be driving me crazy.
Oh.
Some of y'all really do be driving me crazy. Yo.
We're not going to name names.
But for real, like I feel like there's just levels to it. But you know what? We don't have to get categories. I mean, honestly, first thing that comes to mind, just give me something. Go for it. It could be about me. I don't care.
It is about you.
What is it?
Because it literally happened tonight.
What did I do?
You're chewing. Oh my God.
I can't help
People
it, bro.
that chew with their mouth open. Okay, so wait, hold on. I'm not coming at you yet. People that chew with their mouth open, like, I don't understand. Like, do you not hear yourself? Does it sound different to you? Like, I'm curious. But then there's people who just chew really loudly. And that's where I'm going to come at Julian. Julian has this chewing he does. Okay, I don't even want to say chewing he does. He literally only does it, I swear, when he's like eating wings, which we all know is his favorite food. And he does this thing. I don't know what it is. Half the time I want to yell at him because I think his mouth is open and it's not. So he just chews so loud.
You just sound like a hater. Let me
It
enjoy my food,
drives
bro.
me great. Yeah, I do. I don't yell at you. I actually don't say anything.
You don't.
But just know I look at you at least 10 times because that one moment your mouth is going to be open, I will be like, dude.
Well, that's an interesting one. What else you got for me? You wrote them down. I didn't write anything down.
I did. I always
It's all in my head.
have my notebook with me. I think one of my things, I don't know if you'd call it pet peeves, but like I'm such like a grammar Nazi. So like
it's a pet peeve. When it comes to you, it's a pet peeve.
There's little things like, so again, I'm going to come at Julian because it's the first thing that popped in my head. So the other day, Julian had sent me a text. We were talking about having burgers for dinner. We were talking about having burgers for dinner. And I asked him if he still had burgers because he had got some the day before, 2 days before or something. And between the night that we got them and the following day, I was actually surprised he wanted burgers again, but I wanted to make sure
because
we didn't need them because I didn't know if he ate them.
The seasoning I got for them is fire.
Okay, yeah. And then it was after we had the other episode where we talked about foods.
Yeah.
Literally last episode. And I was going to try what we had talked about regular cheese, lettuce, all that fun stuff. If you listen to that podcast episode, you know what I'm talking about. So I asked Julian if we needed burgers.
And
he said,
no. No, you got to say how you said it. She literally texted me and said, hey, do you still have burgers?
And he said, no buns. No, he said, no buns. Just like that. No buns. So I said, I took that as, okay, he has burgers. We just need buns. Like,
and
we
I really
didn't
said,
have buns.
No,
but he
buns.
meant to say, like we needed burgers.
No, what I was saying.
What he said was we didn't need buns is what he was trying to say. He had buns, but we needed burgers. But I took it as no buns because he didn't put a comma after the no. Where it would have been like, no, buns.
Well, because I had enough. I was trying to say like I had enough for.
But he just said no buns. So I figured that meant we didn't have buns. We need buns. So I come home with the lettuce, the cheese, the buns, and he goes, where's the burgers? I wish maybe if I can come up with like the messages, I'm going to make you put like a screenshot.
I could do that.
In this podcast episode so people can see what I'm talking about. So I don't know. People like spelling, like I understand like little spelling errors. Like
who texts with commas? That's my question.
This is why. So I come home with burgers and not buns.
How about you just call me, bro? Like I hate texting.
You know
just
dang well that store does not have service.
Yeah, but you could FaceTime. You could just FaceTime me. It takes 2 seconds as opposed to because honestly,
or you could just it takes 2 seconds to put a comma in your sentence.
Chances are I'm doing something, so I'm replying fast.
Oh my
and I'm not
God.
really like even reading thoroughly.
So just add commas, people. Just add commas.
Yeah. Who uses commas in text message? Tell me.
Everyone,
like,
literally
literally
everyone.
I'm not writing.
So
a paper,
needless
I'm
to
sending
say,
a text message.
We needed to have something else for dinner because I was not running out to get burgers because he made me mad.
We really didn't have burgers either. I don't even think I ate dinner that night.
I don't think we did, low key. Anyways,
wow. Dang. So you was taking that out on me. You didn't even say it. You put it like you just didn't know what else you wanted. She really just didn't give me. That's crazy.
No, don't twist it,
That's
Mister.
crazy.
Just add a comma. But anyways, so the another one I have, I'm just gonna list mine since we've just been going. I feel like this it's kind of like bothered me before because it's kind of like a slap in the face, but I feel like it's been a little more slap in the face to me since having a kid. And then people look at you and they're like, wow, you look tired.
I know you love that one. Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't hit me as hard before. Like it was kind of like, oh wow, thanks for telling me I look bad or awful. But I feel like since having a kid and you're gonna tell me that, like that's really like
when
a
you
wow.
Tell me that though.
Thanks.
It's not even annoying that people are saying it. It's just like in Alyssa's case, the people who are causing her to be tired are telling her she looks tired.
That too.
Like,
literally that too.
Who are causing her to
like,
be tired are saying you
bro.
look tired. And it's just like, but like, you're the reason I'm tired. Like, you got me working like all these hours. Like, of course I'm
like,
tired.
it's not even like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to like attack those people, but it's like there's certain people that I'm like, what? Or there's certain people where I'm like, if it was like one person, maybe I'd be like, all right, like, yeah. But then there's other people that just say it and I'm like,
it's also how you say things too.
oh, 100%.
Because it's just like, if I'm here, you know, busting my butt, working hard, and you just come and tell me I look tired, like, no duh, I look tired. Like, not only am I busting my butt here, but then I have a newborn at home that doesn't understand the concept of sleep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Which, by the way,
just,
he's been sleeping a lot lately, so
it's probably the heat.
Probably.
So the last thing I have, we're gonna move past that one before I get
on a rant.
Too upset about it.
I'll probably end up on a rant, so it's fine.
The last one I have is, I don't know. Again, I had wrote notes coming at you, but I live with you, so it was easy. My thing is organization, and granted, I'm probably not the most organized in the world, but then you come into a house and you have Julian, who has his wallet in the bathroom, his keys under his pillow, his shoes.
Like, you say that like I'm messy,
back.
though. I'm not messy. I'm
He's not messy. Mess. Sometimes, because sometimes I'll be like, why are your keys there? How do you know they're there? But he knows where they are. Other times it's where are my keys? Where are my keys?
I'm clean.
That drives me crazy.
This is the crazy part about me, right? Like, I'm clean, but like I have those little miscellaneous things that, like, yeah, I come in and I'm just like, I had a rough day.
He just puts stuff down or like throws it on the couch, but his phone will end up here. His keys will end up here.
Yeah.
Then he'll be like, where's my wallet? And I'm like, dude, if you just come home and put it in one spot. I feel like it was kind of a joke at first, but then I really wanted to make it happen, but we never did, was putting like a table or something by the front door so he could just throw his keys and wallet in there. And that way he could just put it down. He comes home, grab it before he left. Keys. But with that being said, that means he really doesn't like to grab his keys sometimes, which then how do you get into the house? I mean, he literally...
I wouldn't... Don't expose my solution to the problem.
I'm not.
Because it's dangerous.
I'm not. But
I made a solution to the problem.
Like, sometimes we'll be out and he'll be like, I don't have my keys. And I'm like, you're lucky I do then. Her like, what do we do?
I get into the house. Like, if I have left the keys without being with her, but I have a side solution that works out very well for me when I do leave my keys.
It does. I'll half give it to him.
Because I know myself, and that's the thing about me that, like, I'll get into with my pet peeves. I know myself, and I know how to handle myself. Like, if I have one bad experience happen to me one time, that's all it takes. And like,
I've literally locked myself out of out of the house, which also locks me out of my car because, like, obviously they're on the same like lanyard. But it's been. Sometimes, like, it's been my fault, but other times it'd be like Julian borrows my car and, like, I'll put my keys right into my purse when I get out of the car. And sometimes if he takes my car, he'll leave them on the table. Like, he throws his keys. So I'll leave thinking they're in my purse and they're not. Other times I've literally just not put my keys away for some oddly reason. So I've done the same thing where, like, I've walked out and they're on the couch. Yeah, I don't know. Or... I'll expose myself. There was literally a time. I'm glad I had to leave because I've literally left my keys in the front door overnight.
Yeah, that's fun. Waking up and seeing that's fun. I mean,
yeah.
I've done that too, but more so just like it's fine because like no one would ever really see it because of the color of our door, with it being nighttime, like no one would see it.
Yeah. Plus,
And
there's
then-
like the screen door,
Yeah,
so
you
like
can't
it
really see
blocks it. But I
Yeah.
mean, not trying to make it sound better, but
Yeah, it's just like when you have your hands full coming in, a lot of times it's very like hard.
That too, or late at night, so you're just like shutting, locking, turning off lights. Like you're just.
That's why I've been leaving the door open until I like put him down, go back to the door,
Fair.
take the keys out, lock it.
I do that too sometimes.
Because it's just easier that way.
Because then I'm also, I don't know, I get nervous now. I feel like it's because of him, not in a bad way, but like I'm scared to like shut the door, like shut the car door without having like a key in my hand. Because like I'm scared I'm gonna like lock it, like with the keys inside and not having a way to go in, and like obviously like him being in the house or something, like I'm gonna lock the door behind me thinking it's unlocked, and then like I'll just have a mental breakdown.
Not to advocate for my car or anything, but like that's one thing I do love about my car. I just feel like I always have somewhere to go because all I have to have is my cell phone on me, and I don't really go anywhere without my cell phone.
Not even on you, just in the car. If it's in the car, it'll unlock for you. So even if you forget your phone in the car
Or-
and like happen to do something, like it'll still unlock.
So I have two options. I either have my wallet with my key on me
Mhm.
or the debit card looking thing,
That's if he can find us. No, I'm
Or-
just kidding.
get out of here. Or I have my phone and my phone lets me in the car. So like either way, like I just know I'm good, you know?
True.
And it makes me feel a lot better. So yeah. Should I go now?
Yeah, that's all I have. I'm sure I could probably think of other things. It's just on the spot.
Yeah, I mean I'm going like straight off the dome here because
Yeah,
I have a few.
better than me because I'd be sitting here for hours.
I
being
don't
like,
really have any coming at you per se.
That's actually.
I mean,
kinda surprising.
I have one kind of coming at you, but it's really just for everyone, and it just drives me crazy because I feel like it just gets worse every day. But we'll get into that because it's not the top of my list. You know what's at the top of the very top, tippity top of my list is wasting my time. Like, why? Okay. Wasting my time is at the top of my list because I think it's so rude and so obnoxious if you just see I'm busy, or not even just see it, like, you know, people have lives. Why are you going to waste my time? Like, there are people who will literally just waste your time for absolutely nothing at all, or make plans for your time to do absolutely nothing at all. And it's just like, dude, like, just because I don't work the same way that like most people do, like, doesn't mean I don't have things to do and I don't have money to make in a life and a job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a busy guy and I keep myself busy, you know, but it's just like that lack of respect for my time drives me crazy. That's the easiest way to make me mad. Like, disrespecting my time and the value of that time. Because like, I'd rather you waste my money than waste my time, honestly.
Good to know. I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you waste my money, because if you waste my money, like, cool, I'll go make another $20 tomorrow. You know what I mean? You didn't like dinner, cool, I'll go make another $20. I'll get that back. But guess what? The experience of dinner, that's a big deal, because guess what? I'm not gonna have the 2 hours to take you to dinner again. Try again. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe I'll have to make another 2 hours, but then that's another 2 hours from something else. You know what I mean? And then it just compounds and messes everything up.
Yeah.
And I'm very like, if I have a plan for the day, I like to stick to my plans.
Oh, I feel that.
You know?
I feel like I've become such a structure person that like I need kind of like a lineup. And if it gets like messed up, I've been like,
I can like deviate and move around and, you know, maneuver according to what the day gives me. But I'm so weird. I want it to be off of the day giving it to me, not you.
fair.
Not saying you, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
I know what
person,
you're
like,
saying.
I don't want people to ruin my day. I
Mhm.
want the day to ruin my day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And again, and if it's off of things that like can't be helped, I get it. Cool. Like there are situations that come up. Nothing you can do about it. I'm talking about that purposeful, like just like, you know what? I got nothing else to do. Let's waste his time. You know what I mean? Like that stuff annoys me. That stuff that's unexcusable. Because if I have time, I will let you know. Just ask me. You know what I mean? I don't mind making time for people I care about. You know this, like I will always, if someone I care about needs me for something and wants me for something, I will make time for you. My issue is the lack of respect to allow me to do that. Just inserting yourself or maneuvering me to have to capitulate to your time needs. Like, why is your time more valuable than mine?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Alyssa doesn't do that. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I'm not coming at Alyssa on this one, but it's just something that like I have experienced and it drives me bananas. Oh, it just drives me up the wall, man. Like that's the easiest way to make me mad. Let me see. Next one. The next one is kind of a tie. Like there's two that actually drive me crazy. This one I tweeted about and everyone was laughing at me because it just drives me so like they're laughing at me because of how crazy it drives me. But the next one is telling me what to do with my life. You should get a job. You should do this. You should work a 9 to 5. Like, bro, if I wanted to do that, I'd be doing it. I get it. Half the time it's out of concern, looking out for me, who I am, and you know what I like, what I don't like. You know, you know what I mean? Like I get that it's looking out for me, but it's annoying because it almost says that like, hey, what you're doing isn't good enough. Go do better. And if I look around me, like I'm not a cocky person at all. I'm not cocky. And I know I could be doing so much better, but I think I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? If I look around me, I think I'm doing all right. And what most people do not understand is with the way my life is structured right now, a 9 to 5 just wouldn't work for a lot of reasons. We have a lot of different things going on where that just wouldn't work with what we do.
Yeah.
Our schedules, it wouldn't fit anymore. Maybe a year ago, yeah, probably I could have if I wanted to, but guess what? I was doing it and I didn't want to anymore. This is a better lifestyle for me. It's just who I am. You know what I mean? And when you see, I think that's why I take it so personal, because when you say stuff and you come at that, you come at who I am. You know what I mean? And I think I take it personally. And honestly, like so it's probably me. Because it shouldn't be that personal. It's probably just a person trying to look out for me. But in the long run, it's just very annoying because it shows a lack of support. You know? Mm. So it's like, it's a very simple solution. Either support me or don't. Like, simple. For me, at least. That's how I see it. Support me or don't support me. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool either way. I just then that goes into another pet peeve. Don't act like you support me if you don't. Don't fake it. You know, like I don't want any of that fakeness around me.
If you said, don't fake it till you make it.
Yeah, if you don't rock with me, just let me know. Like we don't have to play these games. Like if you don't rock with me, you just don't rock with me. You know, but that's a whole other pet peeve. Like it just drives me crazy.
You're really gonna have a list of it.
I do. I have a list. I should have
brought popcorn.
You probably should have. This next one right here, this is a big one for me. You know
this. What was tied with the last one?
Yes, and this one is something that you do actually sometimes. I get needing a break. I'm all for needing a break. Like, especially after my last vacation, I understand it. Oh. I understand breaks, right? But just like, I don't like laziness, I think. And it gets me. Because part of why I left 9 to 5s is because most people I work with were just lazy. Like they just, I don't know what it is right now with people, but so many people are just pure lazy. And it drives me crazy. It drives me up the wall. Like I was a manager and I would tell people to do something so simple. And then I would look at them and be like, why didn't this get done? And it'd be like, oh, well, I just didn't have time. you had 6 hours and 5 hours and 45 minutes if we take away your 15 minutes for break, and you couldn't just fill flyers at the door? Like, I'm serious. And these are the simple things that would drive me crazy. Like, Alyssa's not that bad. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say you're that bad, but she gets in these, like, I want to say these, like, ruts, I guess, of laziness where, like, she's laughing because she knows it's true, man.
Like, what?
She gets in these ruts of laziness where she's just like, all right, today I don't feel like doing anything. But it's literally like a week or two.
Oh, hey.
But like, honestly, it just drives me crazy because, like, yes, that's okay. Like, you're burnt out. You may need a break, but there's still things that do have to get done, regardless of like a break. And I'm not talking about work things like YouTube stuff like that. I'm talking about like house stuff. A lot of time, house stuff just has to be done. You know what I mean? And in terms of like a job per se, it's like I found myself having to do extra because people were just lazy.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started.
Calling out willy-nilly and, just literally screwing up someone else's life because they just didn't feel like coming into work today. Like, I remember I worked with a guy. He was just like, yo, calling out sick. I don't feel like going in today.
Oh.
Like, what? Like, and I wasn't a manager. He was just laughing like it was funny. But then I ended up having to work like 12 hours or so. And I'm like, dude, like, what the heck?
Because you don't feel like working.
Yeah.
But I feel like the most annoying part about that too is that like half the time you say something, they're like, oh, I can't do anything about that.
Right. And especially if they're like a favorite, like, oh, don't let them be a favorite. Dude, when they're a favorite like that, oh. And that was the other thing, like, managers play favorites. So that's why that's part of the reason why I was just like, dude, you know what? I'm good. I could do way better on my own. I can do way better on my own. And if I can't do better on my own, then I'd rather struggle than work like this. Mm-hmm. Seriously. And that's what people don't get about me. Like, I'm not here for just to drive the Teslas or the, have all the fancy YouTube equipment. Like, I was here before that, man. Like, I was driving a little Toyota, just getting by with it, making my payments on it, having a few extra dollars to buy some dinner or whatever, and just coming home and chilling, like, I don't need all that. Like, I love my car. I worked hard to get there. My point is that I made my lifestyle the way I made it for a reason. Mm-hmm. So that goes back to my other pet peeve. Just leave me alone. And I think that's the bottom line of my point. Just let me live my life. Like, leave me alone. At the end of the day,
got deep.
All right. At the end of the day, man, my biggest pet peeve, I guess, is people just not letting me live. Like, let me live my life. You live yours. And I'm okay. I don't want people to think I'm cocky and don't like to take advice. I don't mind advice from the right people. You know what I mean? Huh. You have to be the right person giving me advice. Like, you shouldn't take advice from people who, I don't want to say have less than you, but you shouldn't take advice from people who, because there are people in the world who are very pessimistic and they think that if they're not doing it, it's not a good idea.
Yes.
And you should not take advice from those people. Even people who aren't. There's a saying where you shouldn't take advice from people who have less than you, but part of me thinks that's not true. Because people who do have less than you sometimes have good advice. But really, the key is taking the good from the bad and kind of breaking it apart and taking the good stuff in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that is how I got where I am, is just because I know how to separate bad advice and good advice. I know how to take advice when people aren't even giving me advice. Like, I study situations. I study people. I've learned things that have helped me get by from just listening to people have conversations that I wasn't even involved in. Like, I pay attention and I study these things. You know what I mean? And it's just that awareness that's helped me and keeps helping me. So I'm going to be all right. That's my pet peeve. Now, I'm going to throw in an extra one. This is just a pet peeve I have with people with my son. Bro, y'all in the grocery store, stop stopping me, man, in the middle of my grocery store trip.
I've started like ignoring people.
Dude,
almost.
right? Like literally, like one dude like walks up, starts trying to touch on him, bro. Like, don't touch him, bro.
Don't.
Like, why are you touching him?
I've waited for people because some people look like it, and then it like comes in their mind, and they're like, oh, because they'll be like just wanting to like touch like tip of the foot or like even the car seat. They'll like, but then all of a sudden they'll be like this because like it'll like come into their mind, and I'm waiting to be like, go ahead. See what happens.
Like literally, like, bro, like, why? Like,
it's always the old ladies.
Yeah. Well, today I had an old guy, and I just was giving him the look.
I always have the old ladies that are like, oh my God, because they're like, I'm a grandma, or I'm a great grandma. Let me see, da da da. And I'm like,
dude, I'm busy. Like, that's part of wasting my time. Like, I get it. It's a baby. You want to say hi to the baby, but like, say hi. Let's keep it moving. Like, I don't know.
Especially the cashiers, because they have like they're looking, then they have their baggers looking, then they have the people next to that. Like they have to ask for help on a register. Then they're like, oh my God. So I have like 3 people standing trying to ring my stuff, being like, oh my God.
And I don't think, you know what? I don't think I'll ever be that old guy. Like, period. I'm sorry. Like, even when I have like great grandkids, like, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness. Like, I will, of course, be like, yeah, I'm going to hold my great grandkid, but I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, the whole world. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. That's not true. I probably will, but I don't think I would make my kid uncomfortable, like, or like hold people up and stop the whole world because the baby's coming by. Even, especially not a random baby that I don't know, like somebody's random baby, especially the world we live in today. Like, I just think that some of these people just don't realize where they live. You know what I mean? In the world,
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know what they think.
They don't realize my guard is up extra heavy.
They walk by and they have to like break their necks to take a look.
Not even just that. Bro. It's just like, not just break their neck, but then like I told you, the lady like stopped my whole cart. Like I almost ran her over because she like stopped my cart to see him. I'm like, dude, like I'm walking, like I'm about to break your wrist. Like stop. Like why are you pulling on the cart like that? Like not out of like on purpose either. Like I'm just going and you just put your hand on like the cart.
Stopping it.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing, bro? People drive me crazy.
It's so bad. Like,
it's uncomfortable, man.
I never noticed like how I almost want to say nosy like people get. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they have to like you're just going around them and they're like, oh my God. Or like you pass by and you just see them and then all of a sudden you just hear them behind you and like trying to talk to you and you're like, are you talking to me? Like what?
I'm probably going to come off like such a jerk in this episode. Listen, I'm sorry. Like, I just feel like if I'm walking by with my baby in the cart, you could smile and say hi. You don't got to be all up in his face.
They try to have a conversation.
And then they start talking to me about him. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, but some of these conversations be carrying on way too long. And like,
dude, I had the weirdest
out,
conversation with a cashier. She was asking, oh, how old is he? Oh, what's his name? I literally said Julian, and she turned to me and said, oh, I wanted my daughter to name her son Julian, but she had told me that a drug dealer she used to go to, his name was Julian, so she didn't want that as his name.
Oh my goodness.
When I tell you, I didn't know what to say to that. I was like, oh, like what? Like, wow, good to know. Can I just have my receipt so I can go, please? Like,
what a grocery store trip.
Like, am I supposed to carry on with that conversation? Like,
how do you carry on with that conversation?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you say that? First of all, the fact that your daughter had said that to you, I'd be like, wait, what? Excuse me? Like, come again? Then you're going to go on with that's just the reason why she didn't want that as her son's name.
All right. Well, moving on. I mean, I think that's it. I'm sure I have way more.
I definitely, it's like a thing where like people do it or you have to like explain a situation and be like, oh, one of my biggest pet peeves. But in the moment when I was making this list, these are definitely the couple that I was like,
well, these were in my head. I'm sure I have more, but honestly, at the end of the day, man, just let people live their lives, bro. Like, stop bothering folks.
Just
like
don't chew as loud as Julian.
Like, if people want to talk to you, they'll talk. Because like I always feel bad because I don't want to be that jerk that just cuts people off in conversation. Like, hey, I'm busy. I gotta go. At the same time, like
I always like
I'm
do like
busy.
that.
I gotta go.
Fake laugh, and I'm like, yeah, and I like try to keep it moving. So they're like, okay, got it.
Yeah, like I'm like walking as you're talking to me. Like if I'm walking as you're talking to me, yo, I'm busy.
Yeah, I always do that. Yeah.
Like
I just straight up laugh as I'm walking, and I'm like, dude, half the time I don't even know what you just said. So
Well,
I could
that's
be
the
laughing
thing,
for
too.
nothing, but
a lot of these older people that are in the store doing that though, they don't realize they're retired. You know what I mean? So they don't realize like the value of like, oh, you're busy, you gotta go. Like they just see you in the grocery store, like, oh my goodness,
they're like, I have so much free time, I don't want to go back home.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to socialize.
Because my grandmother's like that. She has so much free time sometimes. But she's just chilling, bro. I'll be like, yo, Granny, what's up? It's like, oh, nothing. I'm just vibing. She's making us a blanket right now. She's chilling, bro.
She's chilling, bro. That's so funny.
Right. It's
Dang.
true. It's the way it is, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any more before we get up out of here. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Not off the top of my head.
I can't think of any honorable mentions. I don't know. I mean, because there's annoying and then there's pet peeves. Like annoying is just annoying. I don't really consider annoying to be pet peeves.
Depending on what it is, because some of it can lead into a pet peeve, if that makes sense.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Well, I think I'm good.
I think I'm good.
I think that's all I got.
I listed, I guess, what I could list.
I think I had about 4 things and you have 4
I had
things.
4. That's not bad. I actually probably could have listed more. I only did 4 because I was like, wow, I have to go and I figured I'd talk a little bit. He has to go and he'll talk a little bit.
A lot of it, because that's what I do.
You said it, not me. So I was like, yeah, 4 is pretty fair. I would say that's a reasonable number. We'll see where it goes from there. I figured if I said something, you would go off of it. Or if you said something, I'd go off of it. And maybe even think of something different. So I was like, I'm not going to go too deep or make a list full. But that's what I got for now.
Word. Well, I could go on and on. There's a lot of things I hate, but I'm my thing is I'm a nice guy and I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me from a pet peeve list, because I feel like anytime you talk about a pet peeve list, you automatically just
people
put yourself
just like assume they're like, wow,
in
I do that.
Yeah, right. You like put yourself in like a jerk. Like I'm not a jerk. I just be busy and people like to waste my time or tell me what to do with my life. So yeah, according to Alyssa, I like to chew too loud.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm gonna record it next time.
I'd be
I'm
killing
like
my
a
wings,
insert
bro. I'd be killing my wings. You're just a hater. I'd be killing my food, bro.
Oh, I could tell.
So tell him what
You
to
could-
expect.
Okay, no, you can tell when he likes food. We'll put it like that.
You know what? Let's not tell them what to expect yet. How about we ask them? What's your biggest pet peeves?
I really want to know.
Did I miss any on this list?
I want to know because sometimes people would say something and I'll be like, really? Like, wow, I never thought of that. And then people would say something and I'm like, yes, that. Like,
Yeah, there are some I definitely agree with, but there are others though. I'm like, really? That should, because I don't really mind snoring as much. Like,
I don't mind it. Julian just tends to do it when he's like facing me.
a lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate snoring because like my uncle snores and my cousin couldn't take it. We was staying in a room together on the cruise. It was the 3 of us, and he was like, "Dude, Dad, you snore way too loud."
My dad snores really loud.
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, I don't care. Don't bother me." Like I was like, "Just try to go to sleep before him."
Literally, I've heard people do that. I've heard a couple like married people be like, I have to fall asleep before him, or like I won't sleep.
Yeah.
Like people would be like, I have to go to bed before him. Like either fall asleep or at least like literally go into the room before them to like.
Yeah. I mean, that's an option. It doesn't bother like.
Or I've actually heard a lot of married couples saying that they have like separate rooms because of snoring.
My grandparents have separate rooms.
Yeah, because of snoring. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a thing, man, because I don't know. Some people really can't sleep with it.
Yeah.
I'm so weird though. I think it's because how I grew up. Like I grew up in a house. My mom snored. My grandfather snored. My grandmother snored. It's literally like ambiance to me at this point. Like it's literally the sound of sleep. So like it's so peaceful to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go as far as peaceful,
I don't
but
know
I could fall asleep, but I don't know if I'd say it's peaceful.
Yeah, all right, maybe not peaceful, but it's ambiance. It's like, all right, I'm chilling. I'm about to fall asleep. Like, doesn't bother me. So what are your pet peeves, guys? Like, definitely chewing, I'm sure, is a lot of people's, but that's another one that doesn't really bother me.
He's just a weirdo.
It
That's what I got out of this episode. He's a
doesn't-
weirdo.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Like, there are a lot of worse things in this world than listening to someone chew, in my opinion.
I mean, I'd agree, but like I still find it annoying.
It doesn't do it. Doesn't annoy me.
You want to know what else is a biggest? That just made me think of one.
What?
Another pet peeve. You know, when people like, okay, so it's not the chewing of it when people are chewing gum. It's the excessive like popping, like blowing a bubble and popping it. There's people that I've walked around a grocery store and it's nonstop. Like they blow and pop bubbles more than they chew the gum. I swear. And it drives me crazy. Literally. I'm like,
yeah, another one. I don't
like
really
it's
care.
just like they have to blow a bubble and pop it. Like they'd rather do that than chew on the gum. And I'm like,
you know what I learned about myself this episode?
What?
I just be vibing, man. Like I'd be in my little corner, just chilling, minding my own business.
Julian does vibe sometimes, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I do. I just be in the corner vibing.
Drives me crazy.
Like, just don't bother.
My biggest pet peeve is just Julian. I'm just kidding. I should have started with that. Biggest pet peeve,
I just
Julian.
be chilling, man. Like it takes. That's the other thing about me, guys. Like it takes a lot to get on my nerves. Oh, you know, we forgot to mention.
What?
I will say this, guys, and then we'll get out of here. What's like a YouTube pet peeve for you?
A YouTube pet peeve? A YouTube pet
All right, well,
peeve.
while you think of it, I'll go. So
this is why I had to make my list, because I would have sat here thinking about regular pet peeves.
I don't like this. I gotta watch how I say this because like a lot of people do this, so I have to watch how I say this. I don't like this is mainly on the reaction channel, but I feel like it's so disrespectful when people work very, very hard on a video. Very, very hard. They put their life, their soul, everything into a video, but then they be like, hey, so when's this coming?
Oh.
And it's like, bro, like, especially in the reaction channel, we get this. But like, first of all, you don't comment on my videos other than to say, when is this coming?
Mm-hmm.
You don't say anything but when is this coming? It's like, dude, like, appreciate the content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's hard because I know you're making content for people, making videos for people. Like those comments.
That's when like you can't please everyone comes into play.
Yeah, literally. And it's just so annoying because it just comes off, especially if it's a video, not even so much of like the reactions, it doesn't bother me as much. But when we were putting up our own like personal videos on like Thursdays, remember?
Oh, we used to do like a weekly vlog or
Not
daily vlog or something
we would
like
do the
that.
vlog, but then we would also do like challenge videos.
Oh, yeah. We had a
Thursdays that
couple
would come
before
out.
we streamed.
Yeah, every time or after. Remember, it would premiere after we streamed. And like on those videos like that we worked so hard on, we would get like, okay, so when's this reaction coming? It's just like, dude, like
we like to
people
break
work
it
hard.
up because like we love putting it out for you, but at the same time, like we want something different, or at the same time, like we want a break, but don't want to give a break. So we take a break from reacting, but we're still giving you guys content. Cause like I said, we had our own video. Plus it was after a stream. We'd either watch the video and then we'd stream so we could talk about it, or we would stream and then be like, okay, we'll see you in the premiere for the video or whatever.
Yeah. And it just was like, it just comes across as like disrespectful because you're like, hey, yeah, this video wasn't it. Like, when's that coming? When's that reaction coming? So it's literally like, we don't like you for you, but we like you to watch our people. And it's just
that,
like,
or it's like we don't appreciate this. Like, this is what we want instead.
yeah. And it just comes across as rude. I mean, honestly, like sometimes like it gets to the point where like I prefer hate comments to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's just like someone just completely dismissing all your hard work and going straight into saying like, yo, especially like if you get a few of them, it's like, dude, like, Like,
Yeah.
what's up? Like,
This is so weird. I don't know if I have a pet peeve for YouTube.
really?
Yeah. I'm like trying to think.
See, I'm the guy that loves YouTube too.
See, you've been on longer than me, and
Yeah.
like the channel that I have, like just my own channel, I haven't done enough on to really like see a lot going on. And then like reactions is like different. Like there's little things like that, or I don't know. Like I'm really trying to think. I don't know if I have one right now.
Yeah, I mean, I put you on the spot with that one. I was just curious because I knew I had mine, and I'm sure if you're a content creator, you understand where that's coming from. And again, it's not like oh my gosh, this bothers me so much, I'm going to quit YouTube. But just know if you're commenting that, I looked at your comment and was like,
just like that.
Like just,
imagine a dog. You took a dog's bone and now he's growling at you.
Literally, like, that's how I look at it. Because I don't know, it's just not cool, man. It's not cool. Again, let me vibe. Like, I enjoy making videos like that.
I do have one. I thought of one.
Oh yeah, what is it?
That scared me.
I dropped my coaster.
My thing is people like to set boundaries for their channels. Mm-hmm. They like to set up certain things, all that stuff. I think my thing I've noticed, I don't want to say lately, I've kind of noticed it. It's not like oh my God, but I've noticed it is like when people know how you want your channel to kind of go and flow and all this stuff, and they like don't respect that. See, does that make sense?
Yeah, you're basically referring to trolls at that point. Like trolls kind of just come on.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
like people that'll people too. I know, but that's definitely one thing where I'm just like you got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing. Like
that's definitely
this is how we want us to flow and go. And like a lot of people definitely respect that, and they'll be like, okay, this is what you want. Like maybe it's like it's not me, but like I'll do it anyways. But so
you definitely gave like a newer YouTuber answer.
See, I told you I haven't been on YouTube. So these are just the little things that I've seen so far, and like I don't know anything else.
I'm gonna break this down for you. The difference, right? You gave an answer based on people who aren't in your audience, right? Like these are people who are just literally here just to get on your nerves and hurt you, right? Like they're clearly trying.
But it's people that also want to be a part of your audience. And I'm like,
well, they try to ingratiate themselves, but they ingratiate themselves as a troll. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas I'm referring to people in my audience that just annoy me. Like you're a part of my crew. You're supposed to be a part of my crew, but this is what you're doing.
Fair.
And I have no problem. Again, I have no problem with leaving your request in there. I have no problem with that. But it's just like, respect the content that you're watching.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's something like that I made on my own. Like, I don't want to do reactions for the rest of my life. Like, I want to be able to make my own stuff that I enjoy.
Personal channel, I want that to blow up instead.
That's what I want. I mean, not instead, like I just alongside.
No, but
I want to be able to do like content with my family that I enjoy. Like, I don't want it to be like you could literally go back to some of our personal videos and literally look in the comments, and I can guarantee you in almost all of them, somebody commented, "Hey, when you reacting to blah blah blah,"
or can you react to more? But it's on every video.
Yeah, but see, I don't mind it as much on the reactions. Like on the reactions, I expect that because it's like, all right, you're reacting to this. You might not enjoy the person.
I respect it, but I feel like it gets to a point where like if it's your 15th, 16th, 20th video you're commenting on, like, come on.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, but it's also hard too because
like we definitely have seen it at that point. We're trying.
Right. And that's the other thing too. Like a lot of people don't realize that they're not the only person requesting stuff. And that gets hard. That's not a pet peeve. That just gets hard to manage.
There's so many videos on YouTube.
Literally, there's so many content creators out there, and they're all great. And the other thing that like people got to realize is some people are great, but they're just not for us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
they're just
100%.
not for us. And I have a hard time. I don't want to tell people like, hey, we don't like them. But at the same time, like, bro, I don't want to react to them because my reaction is not going to be great. Because if I sit here and react to them, I'm going to say something that's going to get you upset. And then we're going to be canceled because your whole audience is going to come at us. Right. But it's just, again, like because you're sitting through something you don't like. And if you sit like, then you're not enjoying what you make, and it's
true.
Pointless, like I'm not going to sit here and not enjoy something I'm making, because like it's different if you like somebody and I don't like them, because at that point I can tolerate that, because I'm like, all right, half of my channel loves this.
I mean, honestly, it'd be like that. There'd be times where I definitely enjoy more people. Like I enjoy someone more than you, and you enjoy someone more than I do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I don't enjoy them at all, but like, it's more so
it wouldn't be my first choice, but like we compromise.
Right. And because and that's literally how we watched YouTube before, and how we run our channel is literally how we watch YouTube, like as a couple off of YouTube. You know what I mean? So I think, again, it's not a pet peeve, but I just don't think people realize, like, hey, there's more to a reaction than just putting a request in and seeing it go up. Like, there's you putting a request in, us looking them up first of all to see if they're even people like that fit in with our mold, because we have a very like specific way we react and things we like to react to. Or
the people that aren't, I don't want to say aren't like reaction worthy. It's just, there's times we've gone to react to something and it's been like a video we wouldn't upload on our channel. It's not what you call like family friendly.
Yeah.
So we've tried and we couldn't put it up. Like we just stopped mid recording and was like, we can't record to this. And people still ask for it. And I'm like, like that's not PG enough for us.
And then that's annoying, because it's just like, we're now wasting our time because we're trying to make something work that's not.
So then we have to find another video or something else, or you're only getting 2 instead of the 3 we wanted for you.
And then we have to sit there and like, oh, so yeah, we were going to do 3, but instead we had cancel because it wasn't.
So we're like halfway through.
Bro, like I don't need to do excuses. How about I just not?
Especially when they're long videos. Oh my God. When they're like 25, 30-minute videos and we're halfway through and we're like, yo, we can't upload this. Then we just like...
It's just discouraging for the rest of the recording session.
Because every time you mention that person again. Okay, so like biggest thing, David.
I love
watching David's video. Sometimes it makes me nervous because I'm like, can we actually react to this?
Yeah.
And then you do it. And then his videos sometimes aren't the shortest. So then we're sitting there for 10, 15 minutes and we're like, dang it, another one we can't upload.
So technical difficulties, people. Literally the table we record on just like collapsed on us mid-recording. So
I'm now covered in soda, but it's fine.
Yeah, we got a big mess to clean up, so we're probably gonna get up out of here. Again, tell us your biggest pet peeves. I'm
curious.
Yeah, we're curious. What are we gonna be talking about next week, Alyssa?
We are gonna be talking about how to form relationships.
Ooh, and I think I'm an expert in this topic. I don't want to say expert. I'm not gonna say expert, but I think this is one of my specialties. I could make friends with a tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Julian's episode.
Yeah, I cannot wait, guys. I literally cannot wait. So if you're ready for that, make sure you subscribe to the podcast channel. Follow us on our streaming platforms. You know all of them. She said them earlier. We're not going to repeat them. But with that being said, man, we got a big mess. So we're going to get out of here. Have a good day. Have a good week. We'll see y'all next Monday. But remember, nothing worth having comes easy, man. We out of here. Peace.